Hi there, this is James Tripp. This is a video responding to a question on the Hypnosis Without Trance blog. It's a question from Ricky Rocks. Hi Ricky, how are you? Hope you're watching this video now. The question is this. Hey James, thanks for accepting me into your website. I want to ask you a question. Can the arm pull induction, the instant induction, be tried on my mother? Because she is always tense about my results, about the house and this and that. Please reply to me. So the question here is, I'm going to have to guess a bit, Ricky, about what you're asking about here. But I'm going to guess that you obviously live with your mother. You are experiencing her hassling you about stuff. Okay, she's tense about stuff, about your results, about the house. I'm assuming maybe the state of the house. Is it clean? Is it tidy? Is it messy? Whatever. And she's hassling you about stuff, and you would like for her to chill out. You'd like for her to relax, and you're wondering if you can hypnotize her, if you can hit her with an arm pull induction, maybe the right kinds of suggestions, and she'll chill out and relax and just let you be you. Let you do your thing. Let you be how you are in the world, the way you want to be, without hassling you, without riding your back the whole time about stuff. Now, I can really get this. I can get this from both angles, because I'm guessing from your question, I'm guessing you're at that age. I've talked about this in other places, but I will be talking about it again soon. You know, when we're born, we are powerless, and growing up in life is this movement of being powerless like babies. We have no power. We need our parents to serve us, and our parents come and give us food and doing this kind of thing. And then we grow up, we develop an understanding of the world, we develop skills, we develop competencies. We get to a point where we're ready to step up into fully being responsible for ourselves, for our own destiny, for our own choices in life. But our parents are still there. They're still in this role of kind of nurturing us to a degree, guiding us, steering us in the way they think is an appropriate way to be in the world. And there is always conflict. This happens across the board with all teenagers, even like great model kids who do everything the parent says. There's conflict under the surface. There's always tension. There's always conflict here. It's age old. It's been happening for millennia. It's been happening for the entire evolution of the human species. Hey, it probably happens in primates. Who knows? So you hit this point. Your mum has got certain ideas about how you should behave, how you should be, what you should be doing. She would like to see you behaving in accordance with those ideas. You have different ideas, and you're at that age where you're thinking, just get off my back, let me do my thing. And your solution is to think of trying to control your mother because you don't like what she's doing. Okay? That's the bottom line. You want to hypnotize her, you want to control her because you don't like what she's doing. You don't like how she is hassling you, stressing with you, communicating with you, so you want to change her. Well, forget it. That is not where the answer lies here. You will not get to change your mother directly. You won't get to reprogram her so she just lets you go, do your thing. The only way that your mother's ever going to understand your way of being in the world is when she sees you being that way and sees it working for you. Okay? When she sees you being the way you want to be and sees it working for you. Times change. Parents often look at their children through the lenses of their own generation. Things change, things are different. So they won't necessarily understand the choices you make. Now, I'm not saying you're making great choices at the moment. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just loafing around the house. Maybe you're not doing anything. Maybe you're thinking, why doesn't the world just go away and let me play video games or something like that? Maybe you're thinking that. So she's going to be looking and seeing those choices, and she's going to be seeing that they're not really working for you in the world. They may be working for you right now, but long term, they're not going to be a sustainable strategy. Okay? So here's the thing. The place to look here in making a shift is not at changing your mother, it's to look at yourself. It's to look at how you are, how you want to be in the world. How is it you want to show up in life? How is it you want to be shaping and creating your reality and your life in ways that are going to be fulfilling for you and are going to bring prosperity into your life? Because when you step into your power to do that, when you start to look inside of yourself and think, how is it that I want to be? What's the difference I want to make in the world that's going to be fulfilling for me and it's going to support me and support others? Then you're going to start rocking in life. Then she's going to understand. But right now, she's just going to think that you need guidance. If she sees that the house is in a mess and you're not tidying it up, she's going to think, number one, the house is in a mess, but also that you're the kind of person that doesn't take responsibility for keeping things in order around them, in the kind of order they need to be. You know, if she sees that you're not doing well in your school stuff, she's going to come to the conclusion that you're somebody who doesn't meet up to their responsibilities, live up to their responsibilities or whatever. And you should be taking that seriously, because so far as she's concerned, that's where your future lies. Now, it may or may not be. I mean, I walked out of school with virtually no qualifications. Okay, I wasn't interested. I had a different life path in mind, and I got busy making that happen. I'm not saying this is the right thing for you. Maybe school's right, maybe it's not. Who knows? But at the moment, I don't know to what degree you have a sense for how it is you want to be in the world, the kind of difference you want to be making. I'm guessing probably you don't have that much at the moment, and that's fair enough. And your mum's going to see that, so she's going to think that her ideas need to take precedence. Right now, you're in a transition. You need space. You are figuring out who you are, how you're going to be in the world. That's what you need the space to do. Do not expect your mum to understand that. You can't change it. So you're going to have to live with this. You're going to have to live with this. Okay? Because here's the thing. If your mum is stressing and you feel that stress, you feel it inside of yourself, it isn't what she's doing that's creating that feeling. It's your understanding of it. It's your response to it. So what are the meanings you're making around these communications you're describing as her being tensed? What are the meanings you're making that mean that you can't just be really cool in the face of that, and you can't be clear in doing what you want to do? You know? You probably want your mum to understand you. You probably want her to understand where you're at. You probably want her to give you a bit more slack and all of that kind of stuff. And arm pull induction is not going to be the way to do that. The way to do that is to become centered and clear in yourself and in what you want. As you start to do that, this is going to be an iterative process. I'm not saying that you should just go, boom, this is what I want, this is how I want to be in the world. But when you start thinking about and taking responsibility for how you want to engage with life, other people will try and tell you that your way is wrong. They always will. Okay? So that's just a sign to get clearer in yourself about what is right for you and start to live that way. There's going to be a transition period, so you're going to have to shoulder the flak from people. That's the way it goes. You're going to have to shoulder the flak. You can't just go into a victim space and start complaining about that, because it's inevitable. There's no point complaining about the inevitable. There's no point thinking, how am I going to get through all this aggro and this stress from my mum? You have to think the aggro and the stress, that's there. And it's coming from her, from a place of actually caring, you know, really giving a crap about what happens to you. She wants to see good things happen for you, so that's what she's bringing to the table. But you can't let yourself become a victim of that. You have to see it for what it is and see yourself as independent of it. Because it doesn't matter how much stress, how much tensedness your mum is laying on you. It doesn't matter what kind of judgments, what kind of suggestions, what kind of hassle she's giving you. None of that changes anything about who you are. None of it really tells you anything about who you are. So my recommendation to you is to forget your mum, forget trying to change your mum, forget trying to use hypnosis there. Go inside of yourself, start becoming clear about what you want to do in the world. Start looking for your own power to begin creating and shaping the life that you want to create and shape for yourself. On your terms. This is going to be an iterative process and exploration, but start doing it now, okay? Start stepping up and becoming an owner of your own destiny, your own spirit, your own direction in life. That's the thing that's going to make the difference. Over time, as you start making that work, as you go out into the world and you start kicking some ass and you're making that work for you, eventually you will get the understanding of other people. Probably, maybe, not necessarily, okay? But a lot of the time people start going, I get that. That works, okay? Maybe that's the right thing for them. But until then, if you're just in the phase of making a mess in the house, playing video games, not working at school, that looks bad to parents. They don't understand what you're about. You're just chilling out, you're taking a holiday. But start thinking about how it is you want to be in the world. What is it that you want to get good at? Engage in meaningful, creative things. Creatively participate in the unfolding of life. And learn, as you do so, that others will judge you, they will hassle you, they will stress you. And it is down to you how you respond to that, how you make sense of that. Because you have no right to demand that your mother does not get stressed with you. Okay, just as she has no right, I would suggest, to demand you behave in any particular way. You don't have to have it out with her. But remember, you have no right to demand that she speaks to you in a particular way. You have no right to demand that she doesn't stress you. You have no right to demand that she doesn't put her worldviews upon you. You just have to roll with that stuff and accept it and know that it makes no difference to who you are and where you're headed in life, because that's a choice for you. And when you become centered around that choice, you start to uncover it and engage with it. Then you really start to step into your power. You really start to be able to make a difference in the world, shape and create the life that you want. None of that stuff, none of that stressing you get from other people matters anymore, because it drops away, just becomes insignificant. Okay? So here's my recommendation. Forget arm pulls. Forget trying to hypnotize your mother into being different, into treating you in a different way. Start thinking about yourself, connecting to your own power, how it is you want to be in life, who it is you want to be in life, how it is you want to show up. Start connecting to that stuff. Start becoming self-authoring. Okay, start the process now. It will pay dividends for you over and over and over again as you grow and develop and become even more empowered as you move into your own future.